Yo, what it is, YouTube? Delco here. Just giving you a little history on my gaming background and competitive nature. I guess it started out when I was real young. Started playing soccer at age 3. My parents got me into that. Um, so I guess I got that sports mentality of winning. And I played soccer since all my life, since the age of 3. Um, Growing up, I guess our team got so good, or I played for a club team, or did play for a club team. Our team got so good that we went to every tournament, and I guess we were kind of expected to get first. If we didn't, um, it was pretty shocking. We traveled around the Midwest to like Minnesota, Iowa, really never to North Dakota at all. Their soccer program wasn't that great at the time of our age group. We went to Nebraska. Um, we went to Kansas. I'll get into another video of my soccer background, but I guess that just kind of adds on to my competitive nature. For my gaming history, I guess I was born in '86, so the not Super Nintendo, but the NES, the Nintendo, the original Nintendo console, was out during that time. My dad had purchased a Nintendo. He always liked arcade games and those like Galaga, those old school, I guess old school kind of games. So anyways, we had a Nintendo in our basement, and for some reason when I was really young, they weren't able to draw blood, or I had to do some kind of test, and so they had to do a shot, and they couldn't get any blood out of my arms or legs or anything. So they had to they had to shoot my butt. They had to give me an injection on my tushy. So I wasn't able to sit down and watch him play. So he'd have to actually carry me downstairs to watch him play Nintendo. I actually enjoyed watching it, so he would have to carry me downstairs and lay me flat, and so I'd watch him. Sometimes I'd fall asleep watching him play the various Nintendo games. We had, I don't know, to name off a few: Blades of Steel, 10-Yard Dash. There was some bazooka game. We had Duck Hunt, of course. Some paintball game with the shooter, the light gun shooter. We also had Zelda, the gold cartridge one. Some other Joust, some old school, the old school games, Contra. So I grew up watching him and then started playing them myself. I enjoyed Contra, Blades of Steel. There's a lot of games I can't even remember what they're called, but they were amazing. But anyways, my first console was basically the Super Nintendo. Very first game was Mario. I always remember running around with Yoshi and eating those little red berries. But that was, I think, basically my first console that I had wanted for Christmas. So we got that. From there it branched off to the, what was it? I think we got a Sega Genesis. I remember playing Golden Axe. I think we still have it. I'm not sure if we still have our Sega Genesis or if we sold it during a rummage sale. But anyways, the Sega was alright. Sonic was, one of their main mascots or launch games, I guess. Or what do you call it? It's like a poster character. Anyways, I didn't really enjoy Sonic too much. From there, I think I got a PlayStation. One of my favorite games was Silent Hill. That was creepy as hell. The very first, like, I don't know, scary, like Resident Evil kind of type game that I've ever played. Oh man, that was nerve-wracking. I don't know if I could ever play it again. Or the old graphics nowadays, like, it's not so scary, but like the stuff they come up with is just freaky, especially if you're playing alone in the dark. Sometimes I'd use like cheats, like I'd have to watch or read the walkthroughs that they posted on the internet and figure out what to do. Even then, it was still scary. Anyways, on PlayStation, what else did we get? I think more of it was on the PlayStation 2. But anyways, the next biggest platform that I ever got was the console I got was the N64. And I remember getting shipped a video about all their games coming out. They had Star Fox, Mario, 64, one more other game. Is it Killer Instinct? I don't know. But anyways, I think Killer Instinct was more Super NES. Everything's kind of blurring together as I get older. But the N64 was like the hyped console that I ever received. I think in my entire life was the N64. Got it during Christmas again. Came down to the last like present that I opened. It was kind of like a joint present between me and my dad. Got that with Mario and it was Star Wars. Star Wars was the other launch game that came with the N64. Also beat Zelda Ocarina of Time on that. I remember buying various colored controllers. I think they came out with the Wavebird later on with the GameCube. I don't think I borrowed my friend's GameCube, but I never bought one. But N64, they came out with GoldenEye, as you all know. My cousin would destroy me on that game, but I was probably one of the better people, or better of my friends that played that first-person shooter. And that totally launched the competitive aspect of gaming. Was GoldenEye, especially for first-person shooters. That was the revolution, you could probably say, to this day, of where first-person shooters went. Let's see. So N64 and PS2, PlayStation 2. What? Oh, I got a lot of shooter games with the actual the gun, the Time Crisis. 1 and 2, they had like an expansion of Time Crisis, or like a bonus, or like I don't know what it was, but I played a lot of those games. I remember the little memory cards that they had. But anyways, my family, I guess, all kind of played video games, kind of followed me playing video games anyways. I know for the Super Nintendo and then to the N64, we were big fans of Mario Kart. We would have 2-on-2 races of Mario Kart. The 4th place winner would get to choose the next course. We would add points. We would definitely work as a team and try to get 1 and 2, first and second place. The teams would be often me and my sister. And of course, I was the best of Mario Kart. But we'd always switch up teams too, so that was really fun. Like my mom, my sister, my dad, and me, my sister, my mom, and my dad would all play, which is kind of unique. I guess I don't think a lot of families play together or play Mario Kart. So basically, if you were first and second, you would just work together to stay up there by leaving like bananas and shooting green shells behind you and stuff. Always crazy races and fun times. But I guess that's partially competitive, but it was fun in the same time that you wanted to win, but it's, within the family, so it's whatever's. My very first solo competitive game would probably have to be on the computer, where my friend got me into Tribes 2. If you haven't heard of Tribes 2, I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of people don't know what it is. It was huge back in the day, during middle school, I guess. My friend played it like constantly. He tried to get me going and playing on that game, but I was like, I don't really like PC games. But ended up breaking down later on, near his end of his peak of playing it, to play Tribes 2. He was in a clan and won a couple tournaments within his clan. I think he played for Airman Corps or AC, and You should search Tribes 2. It's they have some sweet montages on the internet, and it's all about like a first-person, third-person shooter game where you can be a lightweight, medium, and heavy. And main objective is like usually capture the flag. They have a arena deathmatch, but the coolest one was definitely capture the flag. And I'm not a big fan of vehicles, but this game balanced the vehicles very well. And what set this game apart from everything else was the jetpack, or the packs you could have were like energy pack, which makes you be able to fly in the air, and this brought out a 3D element to gaming. And so both of the players can be flying in the air trying to shoot each other with like a disc. I think it was called a disc launcher, and shoot like these blue plasma discs. And it'd be the greatest feeling to shoot someone in the air, because usually most of the discs would fly underneath, right or left, or past them, but once you connect, it's great. And the physics in the game were amazing. Kind of quit after Tribes 2. They made Tribes Vengeance, which was terrible. It's too bad that they went that route, but everyone was looking forward to it. They played the beta, people got it, and just wasn't a success for that company. I believe it was Sierra was the company that made that game. But from there I went to play on another computer game called Guild Wars, and that was my first MMORPG game. Really enjoyed that game, played that game constantly through high school and into college. Played on the ladder, played on Guild Wars, or the GVGs, Guild vs. Guilds. Try to get top page, top 100. That's when they had Gold Capes as the national champions. I remember the teams, Evil was a Korean team, and War Machine, both one of the best two teams that had their own playstyle, because they were from Korea anyways and had different playstyles. I know the Americans usually played either spike damage, or they would split, but the metagame changed all the time. But each of the continents had different playstyles. Like Europe they usually played a balanced build. US was always changing. It was so crazy, Guild Wars. I just love that game. I guess what made me quit that game was the complexity of the game, and they added new professions, new skills, and balancing was always changing. They always try to patch things, and it just got a hassle to learning everything, and where everything became build wars. They called it build wars later on, because everything was based on a certain build that would be overpowered, and would change from like week to week, and it was just not fun anymore after that. So I took a big break from Guild Wars and played another MMO. I went to play one of those free games. It wasn't RuneScape, some other game, but I didn't enjoy it. It was not fun. Basically, you had to buy items with real money to get the good stuff, and that's not cool. Guild Wars 2, I know, is trying to not do that. I read articles and watched a bunch of videos on the internet, what they're trying to do about in-game shops and stuff, and I'm liking the way they're going with that. Anyways, the next game that I actually remember the title is Two Moons. Free game. They called it Decron in, I think, Korea. I think that's where it's made. But got pretty competitive with that, but there was really no ladder system to judge how good you were. It was based on just having a big guild, and you could kill people. It was about leveling, and it just became too much of a grind. One cool thing about it was you could get to a level 100, and you could get wings for your character, but you wouldn't fly. You would just get added stats like 10% damage, defense, and speed. And then I think the next competitive game was for the Xbox. As for the Xbox for Christmas late, didn't really know what I wanted. Ended up getting the 360, and I asked for a different game, but my cousin got me Call of Duty, and I was kind of surprised because that wasn't on my Christmas list, but I ended up, opening that game and playing it. My other cousin, who didn't get me the game, but actually had a 360 and played Call of Duty, he got me to open it and try it out, and I used that trial internet whatever thing they had, and I had a wireless adapter with my 360, and so I played that and ended up becoming pretty good with it after I played a while. Once you start to learn the maps, the guns, the perks, and the physics of the game, I guess the mechanics, being able to throw grenades or jump throws. So you've probably seen all my videos already. If not, check them out. I do some tutorial videos on Call of Duty. I don't even know how many days I've got on the game. It's just ridiculously amount of hours played on Call of Duty 4. Continued playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and I bought Black Ops. Have you seen? Those are my latest videos. Anyways, since my fractured hand, I've been playing any video games and just been watching Guild Wars videos posted from Gamescom, and reading the forums and stuff. I guess my competitive nature from Call of Duty, I guess I learned what Turtle Beaches were later on during a pub match on, it was Crash actually, and we were playing Search and Destroy on hardcore, and people were talking about Turtle Beaches, and they're like, what the heck are Turtle Beaches? And then I was learning those were a headset, and that people were sound whoring and getting an edge on, competitive gaming, and got into game battles then. I think that was my, I think second to last year of college. I was rooming with my other buddy, and ended up playing the Call of Duty. I got him into Call of Duty as well, but not as much. He's becoming a doctor right now, which is pretty cool. But he still likes gaming, which is awesome. And so hopefully this Guild Wars 2 comes out and we'll be able to game together before he does his residency. Let's see. I don't know if there are any. I never got into Guild or Halo really. Just within my freshman year of college, played Halo through the network, and that was pretty fun. Or within my roommates who played Halo 1 and Halo 2. Halo 2 was my sophomore year. Still didn't own the Xbox at that time though, so I got that was Xbox One. Anyways, not the Xbox 360. The Xbox 360 I got my junior year, I think. Yeah, my junior year of college. And that's when I got Call of Duty as well. So Call of Duty probably broke me into or introduced me into the competitive gaming world, the esports, I guess. Besides Guild Wars. Guild Wars had an esports edition as well, with national tournaments and prizes. I'll do another video of Guild Wars because there's a pretty big history on that. But that's pretty much it. That's where I'm sitting right now. Hopefully I can get into the Guild Wars competitive nature with that, and hopefully they have a good system. I know Two Moons, they didn't really have any rewards for being competitive or have any actual like PvP nature besides just going out into the environment and killing other people. They did have like a dungeon that 5 teams go in, like one team wins it basically, and you get a pretty big prize at the end. But that was once, I don't know, once a week, or maybe it was every day, but I don't remember. I don't even know if that game still exists, but that's pretty much it. I will do a Guild Wars background or history, and tomorrow I'll probably do my review on Gucci by Gucci. And Sunday I might do the TE edition or Anza controller edition, whatever. The Razer Anza. That's it. Peace.